Welcome to Fille Fatale Compassion. My name is Independent Art. I'm the developer of this game. It is a JRPG with fixed cameras and tactical battles and a more or less linear story. And you can see we can move, we get some weird falling hair, we got a fixed camera and we got tank controls and we get a butterfly. So what's going on here? Okay, so this game is actually the second game I made as an indie developer, and it's a prequel to my first game, which is called Deep 8, and you can play it for free on Steam. Take a look at the Steam page. And this game right here, it is very, very, very early in its development, but it's come far enough, so I decided to make this little devlog and show you around what I got. And you can already visit the Steam page of this one as well and add it to your wish list, which will eventually help to get it more visibility on Steam. And now let's just take a look at the current map. You can see I can move on the spot right now. So we got tank controls. If I press up, I move forward. If I press down, I move backwards. But don't worry, for those of y'all who don't like tank controls at all, there's probably gonna be an option to disable them and move normally. Okay, now you see this little A popping up there. And if I press spacebar, then I can interact with whatever is close, which is this little fella here. So we get this little detail shot. And that's an idea I came up with, which is obviously also sort of derived from 90s survival horror games, to have these little detail shots at certain objects. Okay, let's move up here. We got these weird mirror balls and some giant blocks, which are obviously just placeholders right now. And if we go back here, there's, you can see we have a weird running animation. This is actually the first running animation I made ever. And I was trying to make it so it looks kind of childish for the character, but I'm most definitely gonna update this later. And we got this little mowing robot right here, which is kind of cute, and you can't really see, but his wheels are animated, and he's got this light, and he's got particles of grass coming out of his ass. Yeah, keep your lawn clean, that's important. So let's move on. There's some smoke coming from below there, but we'll get to this later. And we have someone standing around there. This is actually the first NPC I made, and we'll see what's up with him in a minute. And you can see, as we move up here to this house, the NPC follows us. If we move closer, he always turns to us. So let's go and interact. We're talking to Bob James here. What a nice name. And he says, "Hi, I'm Bob. I'm glad I could come to this peculiar place." What is funny about Bob, he's coming after us for some reason, we don't know. And standing there, kind of looking to the ground, seeming kind of ashamed maybe. Well, who knows? So let's see, we can move right to this, what's it called in English? I don't know. This bushy thing right here. And you wouldn't probably expect, but there's another camera and we can go behind this. And the funny part is kind of that Bob is coming and looking over the bush, and yeah, he's just trying to pursue us all the time. So that's already another use case you can see where I use the camera sort of as a gameplay element And maybe some kind of treasure could be hidden right here behind the bush. And we can walk to the door and see another chance for interaction. And we're going to open the door and enter the house. So what's in here? Oh, there's two statues of men on their knees. That's nice, isn't it? Seems to be very, very friendly people living here. They just want you to feel like welcome in their houses. How nice is that? So, what do we have here? We have like a nice table and we have another chance for interaction. And we can look at this strange motive, apparently. We see a bottle and it says sociophobic liquor, which is actually a reference to the prequel Deep 8. So those who played that will probably know. So what else do we have here? We got a kitchen and you should actually be hearing some sounds. And these sounds are a little reference, a little Easter egg for RPG Maker fans. Maybe you can hear what they're referencing. I'm actually not going to disclose it right now. Write it in the comments below if you notice it. Okay, now you should be hearing it loud and clear. Let's see if someone figures out what this is referencing. So write it in the comments. And we have like some sort of bathtub, and this is probably gonna be the chance for another detailed look of something that might be lying in there. And obviously in a JRPG we need a lot of barrels. Yep. So, and of course this room needs like another camera, or maybe not, I don't know, maybe I'll leave it like that. And we got another room to explore. Got a mirror that is not really working at the moment. That was actually really tough to figure out. And it still looks like crap for some reason, I don't know. And it's another chance for using the fixed cameras in a gameplay manner. So the idea is that we're seeing in the mirror this little cupboard right here that we can only see this strange horny thing. I mean the horn thing, you know what I mean. Okay, and in the mirror we could potentially see what would be on top of it. And yeah, maybe that will be some item we can collect or whatever. To end this little walk through the map, I am actually going down these stairs. But before I do, I will have to do a little magic trick. As you can see, it is sort of night time and it's raining. That does not only mean that I switched on this particle effect of raindrops and splashes, but you can already see on the character that her skin and her clothes kind of look more shiny. So let's take a look at our building right here, and you can see it's much more shiny and has this little variation in its roughness to it. Also you can see the imitation of raindrops on those rocks, which look very cool. So to finish this, we're going to use those at the moment pretty oversized stairs and see where we get here. And you can see there's some more butterflies flying around, and we got this beautiful long lens shot, and for some reason there's like a burning tree standing around there. Actually that doesn't belong on this map, but another one, but I thought I'd just place it here to showcase it. And there's some more politely kneeling man to say goodbye to us if we leave the map, which we're actually going to do right now. And what would actually happen in the final game right now is a fade out and a teleport to the world map. Yes, you heard it right, this game is going to get a world map, at least this is what I have planned right now. Obviously it doesn't exist at this point, but I'm a big fan of world maps. I miss them in more recent RPGs, JRPGs, and this is my personal chance to bring them back. Alright, for the next part we're in the editor, so I can freely move around right here, and as you can see I got a camera actor here, and if I select this camera actor I get what the camera is looking at right now, and that with its current aperture and focal length settings and so on. And if I want to select this rock maybe to place it differently, I'm not seeing what the camera is looking at anymore because I deselected it. So the cool thing I can do, I can select the camera and pin the image to the screen, and now if I select this rock I can still see what the camera is actually looking at, and this way I can nicely compose the image and have like this blurred out rock in the foreground, which makes it a bit more interesting. So something else I want to show you is my NPCs, or right now my one NPC, Bob. And if we take a closer look, he doesn't have a face either right now. His trousers are made of wood actually, and his shirt is made of marble, and his hair is made of wood as well if you look closely. I guess no one noticed until now. His trousers actually remind me of Kevin Costner's trousers in Waterworld, but that's a different story. I just wanted to test out if I can actually make like a modular NPC, and therefore I just like made some rough hair, shirt and trousers and put it on, because these are actually separate pieces. So what I can do, I can select for instance the hair and then go to the mesh setting, and right now he's got the short hair, but I can just go and give him like a different hair. So this way I can just have like multiple NPCs that have like the same base and different clothes, with which is like a very efficient way of doing that. So what the hell is this thing back there behind this building? Well, actually I am not going to disclose it right now. You have to wait for further updates. Let's talk a bit about the future of this project. As I said, this is very, very early on, although basically the project already exists for 2 years now. Most of this time in a conceptual stage, but like at the beginning of the year I started getting into Unreal Engine, and for a few months now I began building the actual game and figuring out about materials and skeletal meshes and animations and landscapes, and how can I make this tree move as if there's wind, and how can I make nice particle effects and all that kind of stuff. So it's going to take a very, very long time to finish, but it's already worth like wishlisting it on Steam. As I said, that eventually will help the game, and you will be notified if it is finished someday. I'm not sure how I'm going to proceed with those devlogs. If anyone is interested, I can make them like, I don't know, every half a year or so. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm going to do it just when I'm in the mood or I feel like I have something new to show. I guess that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed this little look at Fille Fatale Compassion. You can pronounce it French, but you can also say FFC. I'm completely fine with that. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.